Hey guys, this is Madeline back here recording a third episode for you guys. In this one, we will be talking about different things that my husband and I have had to work on. Not only in our marriage, but also previously and while we were dating. So, to start off, here's something you should know. When you're in a relationship, you never run out of things to work on. It's impossible because both of you are imperfect and will never become fully perfect while on earth. So please, don't think that just because you've gone through a season of, quote, working through things, that you are done with them and now will live happily ever after. Any married couple you ask can attest to this, I'm sure. Don't let this discourage you though. The Lord fully knew this when He designed marriage, and that's part of what makes marriage so beautiful, is that you have two people working together to make the other and themselves better. If we didn't have difficulties, there would be no point to it, because part of the beauty of marriage is having a life partner and going through those difficult times together. Anyways, I just wanted to give you that introduction to encourage you guys in this, whether you are currently in a relationship or looking to be in one. I won't go super in-depth or list everything we've worked through, because that would take quite a while, but here's a couple things. Number 1, our differences in general. No two people are exactly the same, especially a man and a woman. Our brains just think and process things differently. That's how God designed us, because often we make up for what the other lacks. This is not a bad thing. I want to make that clear. But when you've lived all of your life as a single and the only person you have to think about is yourself, then it's kind of a shock and a big learning curve when you are with someone who now doesn't think like you or has a different opinion. It's a huge opportunity for growth and looking outside of yourself, at which I have failed often. But when you can see and utilize those differences to your advantage, you become an incredible dynamic duo. That doesn't always come quickly though. It's a learning process, and I, for one, am still working on it. Number 2, being honest with the other person. Trust me, this is not what it sounds like at first. It wasn't a matter of lying to each other or going behind their backs. It was actually an attempt on both our parts to protect the other, and we felt like we were doing them a favor when in reality we just hurt them even further. For example, I would be frustrated at something that someone had just done, but instead of telling Ben what I was feeling, I didn't want to spoil his happiness in the moment, and so thought I was doing him a favor by not telling him. But that only caused more frustration on both our parts because it affected my actions and he could tell something was wrong. It did neither of us a favor. That sort of thing happened more than once, and we finally had to find a way to sort it out. We agreed that hiding our feelings from the other person, even if we felt like it was minorly selfish not to do so, was not a good thing, because it would only end up hurting them later, or in the moment even more. Number 3. A third thing we dealt with was recognizing what the other person needs and how they function, and allowing them space to do those things. A few examples. I often need time alone to process difficult things. Ben needs time to do something to de-stress and relax, like playing a sport or video game. And I need some quiet time after being around other people for several days. Ben never gets tired of people, and he rarely can enjoy being alone. None of these things are bad, they are just different, and one can't expect the other to change for them because most of the time it's what makes a person tick. Just like I can't run on people day in and day out, he couldn't always choose to do the things I wanted because he needs those activities to help him unwind. A lot has to do with expectations of the other person and how flexible you are willing to be for them. If you are going to be stiff-necked in a relationship and unwilling to cooperate, all I can say is good luck. These are a few things for us that we've dealt with. Maybe some of you can relate to them as well. There are many other things out there that couples deal with, and one of my best pieces of advice in my limited experience is look at yourself and ask, am I being selfish and self-centered in this? Am I giving the other person a chance, or am I holding on and being frustrated because of my own pride? I highly encourage each individual listening to this to pay close attention to their own actions. Not only could you be hindering progress in a relationship, you might actually be the issue. I hope this all encouraged you all in some of your difficulties, and until next time, keep looking up.